You could have gave me 1,000 guesses and I would have never got there.
I got the joke. I just didn't think it was that funny.
Speaking of unfunny jokes, folks, welcome in. My name's Josh.
My name is Rec.
And my name is Christian.
And this is We Are
The
Judgies.
Judgies.
Back and first time. We haven't recorded since last year.
It's been a year since we recorded.
It's been
Crazy.
It's been over a year since we recorded.
Crazy.
Yeah. 2026. Year of the Ram.
No.
Do you know?
Yes.
Really? What is it?
It's the year of the horse.
Really? Horse is just the ram of the tall animal families.
It's tall
Interesting.
ram.
It's not, but
What
go
was
on.
last year? Dog?
I don't know. I only know this year because I've seen it all over my TikTok.
Really?
Okay.
You're
Twinsies.
You're in on the Chinese New Year stuff.
Yeah.
But
I saw
It's
some
Chinese century, baby.
like billboard that like wraps around a building had some crazy like horse thing. Horse animation. No, it wasn't an animation. It was like a video, whatever. For the year of the horse.
nice.
So
What are
that's
you?
the only
You're-
reason I know.
We're both year of the
Dog.
dog, right? And
Mhm.
Christian's year of the rat. No, you're not
Yeah.
right.
I think
Or the rat?
Are you
Cock.
92?
93.
You're 93. Yeah, I think
You might
you're-
be the
Last year was year of the snake.
Really?
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Makes sense, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
What year? What was
Rooster.
what was 1974? Tell me what year that. What was the?
The band?
No.
Maddie Healy.
Tiger.
Why?
That's the 1975, Joshua.
Oops. what's
Oh, my
1975?
dad was born in 74. So if it was a snake the year he was born and the snake the year that he died, that'd be
Snake
full
bitten.
circle. An
Really
Ouroboros, really.
Truly.
Truly. Speaking of bad jokes, my computer keeps crashing.
Wait, you thought that was a bad joke?
No, from earlier.
Oh, you're a bad joke. Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
we can go on now.
Girl number one. This is a dialogue joke. This is from, of course, the most funniest joke book
Ever.
ever. You're right.
Yeah.
This is just dialogue, so no setup punchline for you to guess. Girl number one. My computer keeps crashing. What should I do? Girl number two. Stop dropping it. Scale 1 to 10 on that joke.
2.
That feels right. We're back.
You guys
in
are
sync.
calibrated after a quick delinearization of you guys.
Yeah.
You're
Mhm.
back and calibrated.
We're back in
Yeah.
phase.
One more. When is a tuba good for your teeth?
When it's got toothpaste.
Very close.
A tuba toothpaste.
That's absolutely correct. You're on it.
Let's hear
You
the
were tapped in when it's a
That's
tuba toothpaste.
crazy since
a
it's my
tuba
off night.
toothpaste.
Yeah. You are the queen of comedy. You're the jokes understander.
Blake, I'm gonna need you to clip that so we can add that to the soundboard. After anytime I say something funny, please insert that there.
You're the queen of comedy.
Thank you. Oh, now you got one for both of them. This is lovely.
Can we get one from you?
I am the queen of comedy.
It's too many sounds for the soundboard.
Yeah, of course.
All three at once layered on top of each other.
Maybe.
How about
Blake,
back to
we'll see
back
what
to
you can do
back?
with
So
it.
it's a really long soundbite.
That'd be really good, actually. A scale 1 to 10.
On that tuba toothpaste.
Yeah.
Eh.
Let me read it all back again so
Sure.
I can hear the cadence of
When
it.
is a
Maybe-
tuba good for your teeth? When it's a tuba toothpaste.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd give it a 4.5.
4, 3.5. 4. We'll say 4.
Wow. I would have gave it like a 5.5. So
Really?
I think that's a good, just solid pun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not harming anybody. A lot better than the crashing, dropping your
Yeah.
computer bit.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
really
A little
bad.
misogynistic too. What, girls don't know how to work computers?
Yeah. What is this, 1999?
The next joke's really bad. We'll save that for the bonus episode. That was terrible. Real quick announcement, and this comes to a moment where I can't remember if I did text you guys about this or not.
It does not feel like we received a text.
And that's on Adderall, folks, because sometimes I really feel like I did the thing, and then I didn't. No, I texted you guys.
Fuck.
Very important announcement. This is for episode 300. It's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
This is currently 292. This is going to be 2 batches. This is homework for y'all, but it's going to be fun.
It's going to be so much fun.
We're doing our first ever for episode 300, probably the bonus episode. We'll do a little bit on the main episode. The Judgeskers.
Is that what we're calling it?
The Judgionies. The Judgammies.
Okay.
What's the other reward show that I'm blanking on? There's the Tonys, the Grammys, the Oscars, and the Emmys.
Yeah.
So
What about a BAFTA?
the Judge after we're gonna go British with it.
I mean, no.
The
We could also just do
Judge EGOT.
because it's the Oscar Awards. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
the CMAs, the Country Music Awards.
So just the Judgy Awards,
Could just be the Judgy Awards.
the JMAs,
Okay.
the JPAs,
The
Judgies Podcast Awards.
okay, or the JSAs,
Okay.
the Jizzas,
The Jizzas, like we're in
the Judgy Stories
Wu-Tang
Award.
the Wu-Tang Clan. Judgy's Stories Award. Well, we just say what it's the I like the JPAs,
All right.
the Judgies
All right.
Podcast Award.
Sure.
And so if you look in the description, there's going to be a Google form and there's going to be a bunch of categories for y'all to submit
Please.
moments. So the first one is going to be moments for y'all to submit. And
Moments
then,
as in like something funny from the show, not necessarily a story.
so the category would be best Reddit relationship story.
Okay.
And then y'all just say what episode or whatever, what story it was.
Okay.
Okay.
And then when 296 comes out, so that you'll all have 4 weeks from the time this episode airs to fill out that form. And then once 296 comes out, I will then have all of it for y'all to vote on. So if a bunch of people say, "Oh, the best Reddit relationship story was blank,"
I get what you're saying.
and there's our nominees.
Yes.
Does
that
this
makes
make sense?
Yes, this makes sense. So
And
we're gonna have a few weeks of submissions
Yep.
and then a few weeks of voting.
yes,
Perfect.
and
That makes sense.
We're gonna take y'all's voting into
Account.
account, but there's also gonna be Academy voting
Yeah.
that will probably outweigh a little bit.
Okay.
It'll be like a 66.
It makes me feel great that I'm part of the academy.
Yeah, we're part of the Judge Academy.
Oh. Okay.
With the so that'll
Wait,
be.
are we not impartial though? Like,
Well, I don't think you're impartial when you're a member of the academy.
okay.
You have to consume all the content. That's the new rules.
Well, I can't because somebody won't give me the link to the bonus episodes.
This will not be anything with the bonus. We might have one category that's like favorite bonus episode story or something, but I want it to be,
That's
you
fair.
know.
Yeah.
But that'll be so again, 292. This is this episode. Check in the description. There will be a Google Forms link. It'll also be in next week's description, the week after. And then after it's been up for 4 weeks, so on episode 296, you will then go through and be able to vote for the nominees to go through and do all that stuff. Does it make sense?
Mhm.
Perfect.
And I hope we get enough
I really
participation.
hope
If we
so.
don't on the first half, hey, we're just gonna run the voting or the submissions for 8 weeks, and the Judge Academy is gonna do all the award.
All right, picking. All right.
Okay. If that's
But
what
we
gotta
don't
do.
want to have to do that.
We
We've
would
got
love-
great listeners though. I think they'll pull through.
I agree. It's gonna be a good amount of work for y'all because it's 290 plus episodes.
Yeah.
So hopefully we've made some sort of impression on y'all.
That'd be cool.
And hopefully it's not all the first 60 episodes.
Yeah. There's a possibility.
I might cook the books. I might make a category that's best Reddit story involving a puppet.
Yeah.
That way we get some.
Oh,
later,
come on.
We've had multiple Reddit stories involving puppets.
Mm.
We've had several.
At least 2.
You've had few.
Puppet John.
Mm-hmm.
Puppets at a wedding. Everybody had to bring their own puppet.
Oh yes, I do remember that one.
That's all I got. That's the only.
That's
2
more than I was
remember.
expecting.
Yeah,
Really. So you're doing great.
I can't remember any other puppets.
I feel like there has to be a third puppet story.
There probably is.
Well, we got a bunch of stories for today's episode because we don't just talk about future episodes of this podcast. In this podcast, we also podcast
Right.
on this podcast. What that
Mhm.
entails is us going online and finding silly little stories. And hey, call me the production company that produced Scrubs, that was owned by the Scrubs creator that I'm blanking his name on. Because this episode's a doozer.
Ah,
Boo.
I thought you were gonna be a titmouse,
What's a titmouse?
another production company.
I'm pretty sure Doozer did Scrubs. I'm pretty sure that's the guy's.
That sounds
Starburns.
Titmouse is also a bird.
It is a bird.
That's kind of fucked up, right? Titmouse should be a rodent.
Tufted titmouse, actually.
It should be a rodent with a hair, with like a hairstyle.
Well, it's a tufted titmouse is a bird. Google it.
I think
I
a normal
agree.
titmouse
Okay.
is a
And I
bird.
understand. I just think a titmouse should be a rodent.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said I think just regular titmouse is. It's got to be like,
Like a duck.
yeah, and then you get all your tufted
Or like a
titmouses,
finch.
your blue-breasted titmouse.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Holy shit! Look at those titmouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do I have to leave a 15% titmouse? You know, all the bird types.
Only 15%, huh?
Yeah, this is a stingy bird.
Mm. Okay.
Hey, he's not saying it. The scientists have determined it.
I didn't name it, Erica. You're getting mad at me like I named it. Hello, Judgies. This was an email sent to us from August. They, them. You can say my name if we'd like. You know what? I would like.
Their name is August?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. You said from August, so I didn't know if it was like from the month of August.
No, December.
Okay.
I just came across this Reddit story. This guy might be having a medical episode.
Oh. Let's judge him.
And I don't want to read any more
The case. Oh,
because
should-
it might
should read it.
spoil. This is from r/am I overreacting?
we love it.
I don't think my boyfriend knows who I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that
Like he doesn't
qualifies
know the
as
real
medical.
you, or like he doesn't know you're dating.
Neither, surprisingly.
Okay.
Surprisingly. My boyfriend and I have been together for over a year. We live together. This is someone I should recognize without thinking. A few weeks ago, he forgot his phone password. Or that's what he told me. His phone locked after a few wrong attempts, and he laughed and handed it to me and asked if I could try. I typed it in without hesitating, and it unlocked immediately. We joked about it and moved on. I didn't think anything of this at the time. Then small things started happening. Nothing dramatic, just wrong. He's always had me saved in his phone as Melissa. It was an inside joke. My name isn't really Melissa. He never used that name seriously. Then one day, he called me that. Just once. No joke. I corrected him, and he said sorry. After that, he mostly stopped using my name altogether.
I feel like episode number 2 of clear dementia signs as a doctor's visit.
Yeah.
Turns out he's 95.
His name's Hugh Hefner. He's dead, right?
Yeah.
The old bastard. I didn't notice this at first, but now I can't unsee it. He just avoids using my name. He'll restart sentences or get my attention physically instead of saying my name. Like he's scared of saying the wrong one. He also started asking questions that sound caring and thoughtful. Like, do you still like oat milk or did you switch back? You still hate mushrooms, right? You still listen to that podcast, The Judgies? It's always still. Always checking. At first, I thought he was just being attentive, but then I noticed the pauses. If I answer differently than expected, he freezes. Then he adjusts, like he's correcting himself. He's on his phone constantly now, but not scrolling, looking. Old messages, old photos. Sometimes he scrolls all the way back to the start of our relationship. When I asked him what he was doing, he said he was reminiscing, but he doesn't smile. He studies. Here's where it starts feeling genuinely wrong. Is everything okay?
This is scary.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean, I'm intrigued. This could go one of two ways. He's having a medical episode, or
He's an alien?
He's a changeling,
Yeah.
Yeah. Skinwalker.
a skinwalker.
Yeah.
He's assumed your boyfriend's identity and is trying to learn all that he can.
I don't think I've ever had both of you so paying attention to the words I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean,
That was
just-
awkward for me.
the
Sorry.
problem is I got a bad memory and I'm like, is this like years away? Is this going to happen to me?
Yeah, we don't get any ages on the story here. He's started repeating conversations back to me, but not in a normal way. Like I'll tell him something about my day and then he'll react normally, laugh, respond, ask questions, etc. Then hours later, he'll bring it up again and say, wait, tell me that part again. when I repeat it, he watches my mouth, not my eyes, my mouth. Like he's checking something, like he's checking timing. Sometimes he nods before I finish a sentence, like he already knows what I'm about to say. Last week, we were talking about plans later in the year, and he casually said, "Your birthday's before that anyway, right?" And I said yes and mentioned the date. A few minutes later, I saw him typing it into his notes app. Not my contact, notes. He said he was organizing reminders. That explanation made sense. Everything he says makes sense individually. That's the problem.
I don't know how many red flags can go off before you go to the doctor.
Another thing. This is the part I haven't told anyone because it sounds crazy. He started copying me? Question mark. Emphasis on the question mark.
For sure, he's an alien.
Because I don't even know at this point. Not obviously. Little things. The way I sit. The way I drink water. The way I say certain phrases. Sometimes I'll say something without thinking, and later I'll hear him say the exact same sentence out loud alone, like he's practicing it. He also stopped laughing like he usually does. His laugh just doesn't sound the same. When his phone isn't near him, he's different, quieter, less confident, like he's missing instructions.
Doesn't have his flashcards.
When he has it again, it's like he resets. Last night I asked him how we met. He told the story perfectly. Same jokes, same timing. But it felt wrong. Like he wasn't remembering it, but he was reciting it. Later, I checked out our old messages. The story matched them almost word for word. That alone shouldn't bother me, but it does now. Because I realized I didn't hesitate when I unlocked his phone. I knew the password the way you know your own birthday. Ever since then, I just can't shake this feeling.
It's because his password is her birthday.
I just can't shake this feeling that his phone is the only place where I exist properly. Like that's where I'm stored. Without it, he's just reconstructing me in real time. So part of me thinks maybe he doesn't remember me. Like actually doesn't remember me. But not in like a forgot a detail way, but in a deeper way. Like the memories aren't there and he's trying to rebuild them for whatever he still has access to. I keep wondering if it's something medical, a head injury, a blackout, something neurological, something he's aware of but trying to manage quietly so he doesn't scare me. That would make sense. That would explain a lot. But then I don't know what to do with the weird parts. The copying, the watching, the way he asks carefully, like he's afraid of asking the wrong question. Please tell me if I'm overthinking because I don't feel like I am anymore. Please, girls, have any of you ever went through something like this with your spouse?
No. This is not a normal situation to find yourself in. And what's crazy is you could talk to your partner about it because maybe they are having a medical event and they're scared.
Yeah.
And thinking, well, I'm probably just all in my head. Nobody's noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you say, hey, what's going on? Maybe they'll be like, okay, so something is going on, right?
Mm.
And now that they know that, okay, maybe something is going on, I'm not making it up.
Right.
They can seek help.
Right.
Or
Skinwalker.
and
Yeah.
he kills you. Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
It's honestly a toss-up at this point.
Do we think there's a non-zero chance that she's having a medical event too? Like this paranoid schizophrenia, like, because like she's saying, she's like, all these things make sense individually, but I'm connecting pieces that maybe it definitely feels more likely that he is having something going on.
Yeah.
But it could be a double medical event.
Double medical event. She's the changeling and he's having a
testing
medical
her. All these notes are taking note of her changes.
Yeah.
She's AI and he's just testing her.
Interesting.
It's like the movie.
Do we have an update?
God, I
no.
wish.
But in true internet fashion, the top comment
Okay.
is saying there was another story about this a while ago, and the woman was pregnant. I'm sorry, the husband was convinced that she was pregnant, and every time she told him that they weren't, he would get angry and be like, did you get an abortion without asking me? What the fuck?
Oh.
And it kept happening. Turned out he had a brain tumor, and apparently he died from that brain tumor because they didn't,
Catch it in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was from a month ago, I guess.
No, this guy's definitely a changeling.
Yeah, I like that's more fun on our
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
But it does feel like there's some sort of medical event for random memory loss. It feels
Yeah, I mean, you would think he would say something if he's at the point where he's like taking notes to like, I gotta remember this. I gotta get my facts straight.
Yeah.
And he's taking notes. I don't know if I start taking notes to remember your guys' like names.
Oh, sure.
Please start.
Things you should know.
Please start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start taking me to the doctor.
Yeah. And like I'm a note taker in a relationship early on just because it helps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, once you've known someone for like a year in, to forget a birthday is pretty bad, but like not that crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you've had multiple partners, like Aurora is the third person I've dated with a December birthday.
Yeah.
Got a type.
Apparently. So was my mom. Hey, Freud, what's up? But it took me a second to remember exactly which day. And like same thing with Aurora. She for a while thought that my birthday was on June 28th.
Okay.
So like again, it's like she
not.
said, no, it's on June 26th.
That's wrong.
But for a while or independently, each of these things could maybe make sense. But yeah, the stacking up.
Yeah, and it's a lot of stacking.
Yeah.
It's not just like 1, 2. It's like you're at like number 18.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I still have in my notes app Aurora's favorite flowers because I will always forget exactly the name of them.
Which are?
I don't want to say. What if they're wrong?
I mean, people change.
Ironically enough, Forget-Me-Nots.
That's very funny.
And then Lily of the Valley, which is the one I do struggle remembering.
I love Lily
of.
of the Valley. I wanted to plant some in our yard so bad, but they're so invasive.
Are they?
Yeah.
And then I also have other things in here, like gift ideas. So, yeah. None for you guys.
That's rude.
A bad partner, I think.
Well, no, it's gift ideas.
I don't do that.
It's gift ideas for everyone, like family members, just throughout the year. If I think of something
things I don't do, and
so
both things I fear I won't ever do.
Yeah, we're different people, man.
True.
You know what my favorite flower is?
Peony.
Yeah.
And hopefully don't give me what's my second favorite.
What's my second favorite? What's my least favorite?
Oh God, I know it. Is it a lily?
Yeah.
Oh, not a rose.
I fucking hate lilies. Roses are my second least favorite.
She doesn't like to
Because of your
receive a rose.
I don't like to receive a rose. Yeah, because of my name.
Yeah.
I like a garden rose because they look more similar to peonies.
Like one that grows on a rose bush in the garden. Like, what's the difference here?
Just a type of rose.
It's not like the petals aren't as tight. They're more spread out.
Oh, okay.
They look more like a peony.
Okay. Cool.
That's what we had at our wedding, right?
Yep.
Because it's cheaper.
Yep.
Well,
Well, come on. Peonies in February?
Yeah.
That's going to be expensive.
Okay. Now I'll write that down.
Peonies are an early spring flower. Like May.
Okay.
I guess it'd be late spring, early summer. Anyways.
Hey, Judgies. Hope you guys had a
Hey.
great Christmas. Happy New Year. I found this post, and although it's long, it's always fun to have a story with a bunch of updates.
It's
We,
true.
we do love updates.
That's from Thanks.
Thanks.
Short for
Not
it actually is short for that, so Blake, please bleep that out. Mine, not Blake, not Aurora's, not Erica's.
You can just bleep all of it.
Take all of it out. Thanks, Saf. Short for something.
Sapphic, probably.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for making my daughter's boyfriend buy a new t-shirt? This
Okay.
is from Am I the Asshole Here?
Were you trying to think of like what his t-shirt said so you could make the joke and then
Well, yeah, I was like, just all of it kind of confused me. And then I was like, well, what could that shirt even be?
Yeah. Any guesses? Fish fuck me, women fear me.
I party with sluts or whatever the cool shirt in 2012 was.
I can't think of a single one now.
Okay. The 23rd of December, my daughter's boyfriend, both 19, came for dinner. We had a dinner then because he's going away with his family for Christmas. He arrived, rang the bell, and I answered the door. He came on, took off his jacket, and that's when I saw his shirt. He was wearing a shirt that said, "It's not gonna suck itself."
Oh. What did you say?
It's not gonna suck itself.
Twice, yeah.
I took one look at that shirt.
You can't
and
get
asked him,
twice by a machine.
He had the option to not repeat himself.
No, you can't get twice by a machine.
Well, he got twiced, so.
No, I didn't repeat itself. It says top text, it's not going to suck itself. Bottom text, it's not going to suck itself.
So the shirt is twicing you.
No.
No, it's once. I just read it once.
It's more like he's saying it with emphasis. It's like, it's not going to suck itself.
It's not
going to suck itself.
All right, yeah. Still a twice. Go on.
I took one look at that shirt and asked him if he had any money. He said no. I told him that shirt showed a marked lack of respect for both my daughter and my wife. I pulled 2 20s out of my wallet.
Too much for a t-shirt.
And quietly ushered him back out the door and towards the Walmart 3 miles away and told him to buy a more respectful shirt and come back with it on. Mind you, this whole exchange took place between him and I without an audience. He's gone for 15 minutes and he came back with a nice polo shirt. We had a nice dinner together and nothing was mentioned of the incident.
Did he give you his change?
He did. It's not mentioned here, but in an update, we did learn that.
Oh, okay. That's good.
The next day, my daughter came to me and my mother and told us what I did, which was humiliate him. They aren't in breakup territory or anything, and no yelling or anything of the sort went on. But my wife did tell me I could have handled it different. So, am I wrong for handling it this way? And if so, how could I have handled it?
I don't honestly like.
That's a pretty good way to handle it, in my opinion.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do? Turn your shirt like inside out?
that's more embarrassing.
That's more because then people are going to notice.
Yeah. Or let me go upstairs and give you one of my shirts.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that could be like belittling is like, do you have the money to go get a new shirt?
Yeah.
Like, I guess like that's the only thing that's like,
Yeah.
I get it. Like if this is like a family party and it's like grandma's here and grandma doesn't like swear words, I don't think it's not going to suck itself shirt's going to really fly.
And I think it's implied that this is the first time meeting the guy.
Yeah.
And first time meeting parents wearing
That's a bold choice.
It's not going to suck itself shirt is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there are a lot of fathers who would have grabbed a shotgun and told him to get the fuck out of his house.
Yeah.
I think this guy, all things considered, handled it pretty well.
Yeah.
I think you maybe could have got your daughter involved in it at the beginning.
Yeah.
And like said like, hey,
You got to talk to them.
you and Rory got to go and get
Leave.
a different shirt. I don't want your mother seeing that,
Yeah.
you know. Which, do we think the mom could have survived if she saw a shirt?
Yes.
But it's still uncouth.
Correct.
But there are many updates.
Do you think he tried to pull off like I didn't even pay attention. I just pulled it out of the laundry basket.
Worse.
Worse. This is my lucky get
Also,
head shirt.
How does the daughter not just be like, why the fuck would you wear that? You're meeting my parents for the first time.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you wearing that?
We have effectively 5 edits, 4 updates.
Okay.
So a lot of questions are about to get answered.
All right.
Okay.
But stop me.
As necessary.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm 57 and a long haul truck driver, so I've had my fair share of bad moments. Most of us guys here can remember stupid things that we did as a teen, even into our 20s. The ones that stand out for me are the ones where someone didn't react with anger or malice. They were the ones that someone reacted with constructive kindness, one where a quiet redemption was offered, where a mirror was quietly held up to my behavior. Those are the ones I learned from and appreciated the most. Hopefully he comes out the other side with a new appreciation for kindness offered quietly and without fanfare. Just my thoughts, which I think is a very healthy way to view it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Agreed.
So first update. I sat my daughter down this morning and asked her exactly what her boyfriend had said to her. This changes my opinion of him.
He's a liar.
Apparently, he'd not told my daughter what the phrase was on the shirt, but did tell her accurately what I said to him and asked him to do. He didn't use the word humiliated. That was my daughter's interpretation. Her rush to defend him came from our examples. Apparently, she's taken note of times I've defended my wife and vice versa. She also took note of our disagreements in private after the fact. She's going to talk to her boyfriend when he gets back tomorrow to follow up on why he thought the shirt was appropriate for the family setting. Next update. My daughter called him about an hour ago, and this will be informative. She asked him why he'd not told her what the shirt said when he talked to her. His reply was telling, because it was embarrassing. Then she went on to ask him why he wore it originally, and he admitted that the shirt had been a gift from his older brother, 21, and that the older brother had dared him to wear it and called him a chicken when he objected, etc.
Yeah.
She went on to tell him that none of what he'd done was cool and that she really liked him, that he'd always been kind to her. She said she wasn't breaking up with him, but that these steps needed to be done. First, he needed to explain to his parents the entire situation. Then he needed to show up in person to our house and bring the money for the shirt. And as she put it, put in a whole ass-kissing session that included the explanation of the dare. She said if this was handled well, they could talk about moving forward and what that looked like. After the phone call, she talked to her mom and I and admitted that she'd forgotten her worth. She said that I, as long as she'd been alive, had never gone on my way to embarrass her mom. I'd always been respectful and not let anyone be disrespectful to her. Next update. After the visit with the boyfriend.
So he does do the things.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, do you think you could possibly get double dog dared into doing something like this? I don't think I could be double dog dared.
No, I would rather get beat up by my older brother than a father.
Yeah.
A random father. This will make those of you following this guy turns into such a fucking Redditor, man.
Yeah.
He's pretty much right. I don't have much disagrees with what he's saying, but I fucking hate this guy now, you know?
Yeah.
This will make those of you following this saga laugh. I received a call this evening from Mr. Boyfriend's parents. Firstly, they are mortified and extremely apologetic. Secondly, and the whole best part of this update, I have their permission to squeal, is that his parents are on Reddit and commented on my post in support of the way I handled the situation.
Okay.
They're all Redditors.
They told me that they love my daughter.
My future?
And that we had raised her right. We're still 25 years away from this guy's age, man.
All right.
We still got a time. Hopefully Reddit won't exist by then.
True. Podcast still will. Don't worry about that, listeners.
We'll find whatever stupid fucking website people use. They told me that they love my daughter and that we'd raised her right and had not raised their son to show this level of disrespect, let alone to someone like his girlfriend. Apparently, the boyfriend was following up on one of my daughter's conditions and went to talk to his parents. His mom reached for her phone, opened Reddit, and yelled, "Is this about you?" To quote his dad, as our son read the first half of the paragraph, he died a little inside.
Do we think that part's true?
I don't think any of this is true, but I can't say that I will get dragged in the comments.
All right.
But how fucking embarrassing would that be?
Yeah.
Getting caught via Reddit post?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By your parents?
Mm-hmm.
That's grounds for ending it.
Chet, I know you have this. Not going to suck its self shit. I know this is about you.
So anyways, they're going to come to dinner tomorrow evening with her boyfriend. More updates tomorrow night. This is the last update. Dinner was very pleasant. Let me say that his parents are great. My daughter's boyfriend showed up with red roses for my daughter.
Ew.
And yellow roses for my wife. He offered what I thought was a very sincere apology and a card with the entire $40 in it, even though he had given me the change and receipt on the original night. I cooked to give my wife a break.
Show off.
I made an Indian dish called butter chicken with basmati rice. Neither had eaten curry before, but loved it. Woohoo! As it turns out, older brother is the family athlete, JV soccer, varsity soccer, and a sports scholarship for soccer, the quintessential jock. Little brother is the exact opposite. Artistic, he's got real talent. Sensitive, quiet, and felt like never measured up to his bigger brother. And he works to gain big brother's respect. Brother takes full example. She says takes full example of this.
Full advantage, probably.
Takes full advantage of this. Dumbass. And exploits his little brother for shits and giggles. Near the end of dinner, daughter says, I don't think I'm keeping him around for a little bit longer. You guys okay with that?
Yeah, I'm sure she said that.
Make that a laugh track instead of a clap. Thank you, Greg. We don't have a laugh track.
I know. Sometimes I wish we did.
We really should.
I wish we had 40 more buttons right here.
Get another soundboard with more buttons.
Really?
You're onto something.
I've said that like 17 times.
Yeah, I just never really thought you were serious.
Can you add like an extension?
No.
I mean, our best bet would be find something that plugs in via aux cord.
Yeah.
Because we use the USB-C sometimes. We'll think about it. What more for this Reddit ass dad? As a punishment to the older brother. I'm sorry. We are good. We are good with that for now. His mom is the boss, though, for thinking outside the box. As punishment to older brother, mom went into his clothing drawers and closet, took took every shirt from him and bought him 8 very bright pink t-shirts that he has to wear until he realizes just how damaging exploiting anyone is. His access to cash is also cut off until said lesson is learned.
Well,
You gotta wear pink because it's gay? Is that where we ended?
sure.
That's the punishment.
Wasn't he just talking about how his favorite memories of being disciplined were when they offered them like a noble,
respectful.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't, his parenting style, so.
But he called her the boss for doing that. Like, shouldn't there be a more diligent way than cutting off funds entirely and then making you embarrass yourself publicly for multiple days?
Yeah.
That's just kind of funny.
But also, what if he looks really good in pink and he gets a new girlfriend? What if that happens?
The big brother?
Oh, is that who has to wear the pink with the big brother?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm going to phase him.
No.
Yeah, this time I'm going to phase him.
Yeah. He should wear It's Not Gonna Suck Itself shirt.
He doesn't even need to wear it. I feel like if he's this big sports stud, it's already happening.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't buy his little brother the shirt. He loaned it to him. He already owned it. Speaking of owning things, we need to do that more with objects. So we're going to do an ad break.
Oh,
Thanks.
we love capitalism.
You love it over here.
And welcome back on this side of the We Love Capitalism break, where we do a little thing we call the
Circle George. What the
Whoa.
hell? It's the Circle
Just
George.
making sure you're awake over there.
And if you're new here, that's where we George around the circle. I say that more often. That way the show's accessible to people who maybe pick it up.
Sure.
Maybe you saw us from Instagram or something. Still get comments about it, asking what circle George means. It just means that you guys get to George around this circle. Judge us. But also it means whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
So don't think about it too
We're
hard.
just having fun with it.
There's this girl on TikTok whose like New Year's resolution or something is about collecting buttons, and everybody's asking her why, and she's like, I don't have to explain myself to you.
That's true.
And so now a lot of comments that are like videos that don't have context, and everybody's in the comments asking for context, will be a ton of replies being like, she doesn't have to explain herself to you.
It's really great.
It pisses me off a little bit because there's a lot of vague
It only
posting
has to
going
make
on.
sense. I think she said it only has to make sense to me for me to do it,
Yeah.
or something like that. And I'm
That part I get. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of vague posting going on. It's the meta right now is vague
Yeah.
posting, and it really does piss me
Drives
the F off.
engagement. Yeah.
like, yeah, we should try it.
Vague posting?
Why not?
I think I have tried it before.
People get pissed. It's
I
mostly you get
remember
negative engagement.
Doing that vaguely.
Hey, negative engagement's still engagement.
Yeah.
Anyways, Circle
So a
George.
couple weeks ago, I tried to come up with new slang when
Yep.
Blake was
Yes,
on.
very Bush of you.
A
Yeah.
very Bush segment.
And some of them have caught on. Others completely forgotten to the wind.
Yeah. That fits.
I mean, mostly the only two I remember is Bush and taking damage.
Good clicks.
I don't play enough games to use good clicks.
Turning with no signal. Podcast with no mic.
too wordy, really. But
Okay.
but Bush is very Bush, and I do enjoy taking damage.
All right. So this is updated idioms.
Is that what those are?
No. Now we're doing updated idioms. Those were slang. Those were whatever.
Okay, what's an idiom?
You when you look in the mirror. An idiom is a phrase
you
that's
say?
unique to cultures. So I have an example of an idiom.
You're not an idiom.
Thanks.
Uh,
That's really fucking mean, Josh. I'm very sensitive. right now.
idioms, as an example, is something like, you can say that again.
What?
So that is an idiom that people use in American English. I don't know if it's used in British English too, but like, it's not, if somebody was learning English, there's context
You
behind.
got that right, bud. Like that.
Yeah. Like there's context around an idiom that maybe a first language wouldn't,
It doesn't translate.
or a second language wouldn't fully be able to grasp, you know? So to update that, or modern examples of an updated of, instead of people don't really say like, you can say that again, because it's
Yeah.
very millennial / Reddit coded. Now people say true
True.
or yup
Yep.
Yup.
or on God
I don't
or
really use that one.
facts.
I
These
don't
are
really
all
use that one
these
either.
are all modern examples of it's not really an idiom at that point, but we've moved away from you can say that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping to do with these new idioms.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to give you the old idiom and then give you the new one and then tell me if it's bush or shaved.
All right.
Okay.
Bush being good, shaved being bad.
Okay. What about where did waxed fall?
I already insulted you once. I'm not going to insult you again.
Okay.
So I don't want to say,
That's fair.
you know.
I'm already taking damage, so
Instead of saying proof is in the pudding, who knows what that means? It's vague. We're not vague posting anymore. We're saying, hey, the proof is in the iced caramel macchiato.
too wordy.
No, but it gets the message across.
That's what my sister's coffee order.
It's very common, little sweet treat,
Yeah.
you know? So people don't really eat pudding like they used to.
People aren't eating pudding like they
And
used
people
to.
drink their iced caramel macchiatos.
Yeah.
Instead of saying don't cry over spilled milk,
Okay. Unless you're a person that's pumping breast milk, then you can cry over spilling that because that's hard. work.
or don't crash out over spilled milk. Just a little update.
It's a little update.
It's
We're getting
still
what I mean?
too wordy. I think "don't crash out" is good enough,
Over spilled milk.
but it doesn't need to be. There's just so it's so wordy is the thing.
All idioms are wordy.
Yeah, but when your first example, when you were like, "Oh, you could say that again," and now we just say facts.
Yeah.
You see how it went from "you can say that again,"
Yeah.
a whole big long sentence, to just facts.
Erica's I mean, she has brain rot right now. She can't handle.
You're saying we got too
Fuck.
much ADHD
Oh, I'm
as a
taking damage.
society.
Okay.
Okay.
She can't handle a sentence.
I'm taking too much
That-
damage.
You're not going to like a lot of these. They get wordier as they go.
Oh, great. Okay.
So bush or shaved on that one?
Shaved.
Okay.
I think that one was Bush.
Instead of saying, ugh, that's going to cost an arm and a leg. Now we're going to say, that's going to cost 1.5 arms and 2 legs. Inflation. So things are more expensive.
Uh-huh.
So that's what we're going to say now.
I'm not saying that.
Okay. Bush or shaved?
Shaved.
Okay. Unfortunately, that one's shaved, but more because I'm pissed off about inflation.
Okay. So it's not really a me issue for you.
No, it's not a you
It's
issue.
very
It's a me
on brand
issue.
for you, though.
It's a me issue for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We've all heard this one. This is a good classic idiom. Every parent has said this to kids at some point. If all of your friends jumped off a bridge, would you?
Yes, I would.
Ugh.
I'd probably be the first one to jump, honestly.
So you're the friend that's jumping off the bridge.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's old adage. People don't go out in the public anymore and do things.
That's true.
Hmm.
So now it's, if Chat Donoed and told you to jump off a bridge for a clip, would you?
Who?
Chat.
If Chat Donoed and told you to jump off a bridge for a clip, would you?
Donut. Oh, like donated?
Yeah.
Got it.
And then it's for a clip for social media.
Hmm.
Or, you know what, and you didn't like it, I have an alternative
All right.
for that one. If all of the content creators you have a parasocial relationship with jumped off a cliff, would you? So if we jumped off a cliff, Judgies listeners, would you?
Would you?
I
Let us know down in the
mean,
comments.
Cliff jumping's pretty fun.
You're trying to get people to jump off a cliff.
All I'm saying is it's a good time if
Yeah.
you do it right.
I don't know. It scared me. My butt was puckered.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
Which
And it
is
wasn't
good.
that-
Which is
then,
good,
then
yeah.
you didn't get like an enema.
And
so.
it was not a far jump. even.
Chocolate starfish. Enema of the State.
Yeah.
Is that the same band? Is Enema of the State Limp
yeah.
Bizkit?
That
Very Fred Durst of you.
sounds right.
Okay. This next one. So
It might be Blink 182.
yeah, that sounds more right. This next one, bite the bullet. You know, which is of course an idiom meaning you're like
Kill yourself.
you're taking intentional harm, but you're taking harm, but you're like powering through it. You're just gonna bite the bullet. You're gonna trudge through. You know, right?
Okay.
Perfect idiom example because like first language English speaker, bite the bullet. What the hell does that mean? But we
Yeah.
all understand collectively what bite the bullets mean. But it's kind of old, outdated. So now we're gonna say neck the bullet. This is like a Charlie Kirkified version because you're standing by what you're saying no matter what. So instead of biting the bullet, we're necking the bullet.
We're necking the bullet.
I thought that at first was very British of you because necking is
No, we're gonna neck the bullet.
it's giving a little smooch.
Yeah, no, this is going straight.
I think this
into
one will
our
be-
vertebrae.
This one will be strongly used in 1AK.
Yeah, the
Now
year
that
1AK.
we're in 1AK.
I hit Aurora's dad with 1AK, one after Kirk, and he lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he liked that joke. So Bush or shaved, neck the bullet.
I think it's very interesting. I will not be using it, so I'm going to say shaved.
So waxed. You think it's interesting?
I'll go with Bush.
Yeah.
Because you're a people pleaser. You just want to make Josh happy.
No, let me explain myself.
Okay, sorry.
I like the idiom.
Yeah.
I will just never be using it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I'm never biting the bullet, anyways. You know.
Yeah, but now you can neck the bullet.
To me, it sounds like you're gonna make out with a bullet, and that sounds like you're killing yourself.
Yeah,
so.
but there's a point in time. The first person who said they were gonna bite the bullet, they were like, "What the fuck would you do that for?" And then now, but people understand it. So if we use neck the bullet enough, they won't think about kissing. They'll think about Charlie Kirk.
Well, I don't want to think about him.
Okay. Bush shaved. Okay. Get a Bush shaved counter on screen for us, Blake, for all the ones that we've done so far. This next one, a penny saved is a penny earned. Common idiom.
Mm-hmm.
We all know this. You probably know what it's going to be.
This one's make me cry.
Yeah, you probably know what the updated idiom is going to be now.
Yeah, we'll hear it.
Just let me.
A nickel saved is a nickel earned.
Yeah, there's no more pennies. Nickel saved is a nickel earned. We have to get rid of penny saved. Nobody's going to know what it means.
Right.
This
that makes
really
sense. That's
pisses
pretty Bush.
me off.
Yeah.
The disappearance of the penny really pisses me off, guys.
Yeah. It didn't really disappear. It was stolen from us.
Yeah, you're right. And here's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, having pennies is annoying. They're worth less than they are to make or whatever. Hey, don't look into a nickel. Guess what? A nickel costs more than a nickel's worth. And by a lot more than a penny. And we all got duped. We're all paying 4 cents more on everything now. And guess what? In 10 years, we're going to be paying fucking 10 cents more because they're going to have to bump it up by 9 more cents. We're fucked.
Nickel saves a nickel earned. No more pennies.
That one makes me sad, but it is Bush.
That one's the most factual one.
Yeah.
That one and the inflation one.
Mm-hmm.
Best thing since sliced bread. Now it's been a while since sliced bread came out.
Yeah.
Great invention, however. Pre-sliced bread. I will argue maybe we could have done it at home. It's not like with hindsight 2020, we all have knives.
I don't know, dude.
It is a nice invention.
That's a big
Not everybody has knives, though.
When sliced bread came out, though, people were loving it.
Yeah.
So
that's why it's lasted so long.
The best thing since sliced bread. What is an equivalent in our modern society that I think has had as important of an impact as sliced bread?
The internet.
Close. Best thing since Bluetooth.
Ooh.
Remember going from wired everything to Bluetooth?
Mm-hmm.
You felt so rich going from wired headphones to Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah.
Best thing since Bluetooth.
That's actually really good, Josh.
Yeah.
We really cooked with this one.
You remember sending media via Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just Bluetooth me that picture real quick.
Yeah.
I'm so old.
Now we have NFC.
You're gonna hate to hear this. Close your ears. 2012 is closer to 1990.
Yeah, no, I got your text.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
It really pissed me off.
Yeah, that really sucks to hear.
Hurt my feelings a lot. So
it does hurt to hear. This is, I think, the same thing. Where when I'm a kid and it's like, oh my god, the Beastie Boy or not a song from 2001 is a Led Zeppelin song from when I was a child. This is insane.
When we were kids and we watched an 80s movie, that's what people now would think when they're watching High School Musical. That's how long ago High School Musical was.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. Zac Efron, for people now, is what John Travolta was to us, pretty much.
I'm going to be sick.
Grease came out in the 70s. That's not the best.
I'm going to be fucking sick.
Anywho. Sandy? Okay. We got a couple more. 2 more.
that was so impressive.
There's no such thing as a free lunch. Okay. That's a common saying.
Never heard that.
A lot of old dudes say it. There's no
You've
handouts.
never heard this?
No.
There's no such thing as a free lunch. It's meant to be criticism of when people try to offer you free things, there's normally a catch.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, joke's on them. We got free lunches now, baby.
Well, not everywhere.
A lot of places have free lunches, so now there is such a thing as free lunches.
Is that what you're changing the idiom to?
No, now there's no such thing as a free dinner. There's no free dinners anywhere.
There are no free dinners.
You gotta pay for that shit, man.
That is so true.
But there are free lunches in some places. So now we have to update the idiom to there's no such thing as a free dinner.
A free lunch is much, much more common than a free dinner.
Bush.
Shaved.
No, that's
update the counter. This is the last one. Someone, he, she, they are off their rocker. His, her, their rocker.
Okay.
Right? That's just someone is going crazy.
Yeah.
Now, just, hey, he's Facebook maxing.
That's very funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bush, shaved.
That's Bush.
Bush.
That's all the updated idioms. And I will quiz you in 4 weeks from now to see if you used any of them in your real life.
I will not have.
I can guarantee I have it.
Do you think there's a higher percentage chance that you would use one of these than any of the previous iterations?
No.
Really?
I mean,
no.
Describing somebody losing as Facebook maxing has a likelihood of coming up for me more than anything else.
You don't think there's no such thing as free dinners?
I'm never saying that. Mostly because
I've never even heard the first one.
The people saying that are kind of pieces of shit.
You've never used the first one. There's a non-zero chance you might use the second one. Even in a perhaps conversation where you're talking to someone like Josh had the stupidest fucking idea for an idiom.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, it's still you using it. That's getting dropped.
Google Trends would have a spike.
That's true.
Okay.
After the Circle Jerk, folks, which we all loved, everybody loved it, we do a listener-submitted sound, which always comes before listener-submitted stories. If you want to send in either of those, send it at judgiespod@gmail.com. Please put listener-submitted sound in the subject line and listener-submitted story in the subject line. That also helps. You can also send in Reddit stories to us. You can also send in Reddit stories directly or listener stories directly to
Mrs. Ricky K on Instagram. But don't expect an immediate response because I don't check it that often. Literally, I only check it when it's my episode. So
this is a listener submitted sound that's been sitting in my Josh to read folder since 12/1/2025. Wow. As soon as it came in,
you snatched it.
I needed it because just before this, I had watched a film and I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite film of all time, but I enjoyed it. And I look forward to watching the sequel. I have not yet. Hi, Judgies. Please don't use my name. I'm going to fucking kill myself. Blake, please bleep their name. Why? Why can we not use your name? That's insane. You just created a... You know what? I now remember the contents of the song. I agree with you. They say they don't want to lose their job. He, him pronouns. Love y'all. And they say that they hope you and him can look past your differences.
Oh, are we beefing?
You're about to be. So here is Defying My Anal Cavity.
Wow.
Hi, Judgies. I apologize in advance, Ricky, for I am a theater geek, and I am also a theater teacher. Yes, I teach the future of America. So anyways, here is my rendition of Defying Gravity from Wicked. All hail Cynthia Erivo. Something has moved within me. My shit is not the same. I'm through with pushing my turds without feeling pain. Too late for fiber gummies. Too late for nausine. It's time to stretch my butthole and spread my ass cheeks. It's time to shit at the same time as I pee. Have my bidet and wet wipes ready and hope it flushes down. Thank you for humoring me. Bye, Judgies.
I was really hoping for
Holy
Defying
shit.
Gravity riff at the end there. But I understand your hesitations because it's one of the hardest.
Yeah.
Most Melbourne's, I don't know if it's one of the hardest. Very impressive, very hard thing to do.
I mean,
but
you had a killer voice.
It's magnificent.
Magnificent.
Really?
Really?
I'm going to go back a couple of clock ticks and change that. That was magnificent.
I'm not beefing. I didn't get the reference anyway, so
You've never heard Defying Gravity?
no.
I've never actually heard the song either.
Yeah.
I've heard people try to do the the hard part.
I think I just nailed it. Like, lay in Cynthia Rivas over mine.
Please, Blake, please.
please. Yeah, we watched it. Aurora didn't like the film very much, and I thought it was just okay. But
I've never seen the original.
on it, neither have I.
I feel like the theatrical or the stage play is probably better.
I mean, it has to be, right? But yeah, I haven't seen the second part, but I will eventually, probably without Aurora, because she does not want to see it. This is a listener's
musicals.
I'll watch it with you.
That's true. We watched Hamilton together.
I'd watch it with you.
This is a listener submitted story. Hello, you can say my name. It's Nicole. This is a longtime listener.
Hello, Nicole.
They didn't say that, but I recognize her name. Please read this in the main feed because I am poor. Now, because I know you're going to have questions. So if you want or need answers, I'm not going to text you or message you on Instagram. But thank you.
What if you really need answers?
I'm not going to.
Okay.
Erica, if you want to, you can. I'm not going to.
Well, she didn't. She?
Nicole?
We don't know.
Okay. Well, they didn't message me directly, so I'm not messaging you.
To save a lot of backstory and trauma for another day, I'm going to skip past the homelessness and land directly on the apartment.
Okay.
Nicole used to be one of my reply guys on Twitter.
Nice.
Back when Twitter was popping. The apartment my boyfriend and I live in is, without exaggeration, the only apartment in all of Houston that would accept us given our past few years. It definitely would not have been our first choice, but we needed a home. And honestly, I thought it was super fucking cute. More importantly, it was the only place that said yes. The night we got to the apartment is around 10 p.m. and we were hauling our mattress up from a storage unit. We're struggling up the final staircase when our only neighbor on the floor opens his door. I swear to God, I have never seen a grown man, late 30s, early 40s, look so absolutely terrified for no reason whatsoever. We were simply pushing a mattress upstairs. Because we have manners, my boyfriend said hello. I smiled politely from behind him while we paused to adjust the mattress. The man physically shoved past us and practically ran down the stairs. A few days later, we leave at the same time as him again. He rushes down the stairs, but this time he stops at the front door of the building, turns to my boyfriend and says, "I don't know what y'all are up to, but I just need to warn you, I know how to defend myself."
Okay.
I don't know you. I kind of a little bit of Bobby there. And that's probably because I was earlier thinking about, I like it, Crooked. It's got a little wabi-sabi.
I like that clip.
Then he speed walked to his car like he'd just seen a ghost. We were in total shock. The only crime we could think of was that we smoke weed, but at that point, we hadn't even done that on the property yet. There's a police station nearby. We're still in the strategizing phase of figuring out how to smoke weed.
Yeah.
For the first couple of months, he stayed very clearly afraid of us, but also extremely petty. He taped a karma sticker to our door. He stole my 5-year-old stepson's bike. He confronted me while I was walking upstairs after smoking a cigarette to interrogate me about what I was doing.
How do you steal a bike in an apartment? Like, don't you see that they have the bike now? Anyways.
It's an old thing to steal.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially a children's bike.
Yeah.
They're normally pretty, identifiable. All this was reported to our apartment manager, but it's a tiny complex, so she knows exactly who he is.
Well, I'm sure it's probably not the first time there's been issues with this person. So
He's always made me very nervous, but recently I found a reason to be genuinely afraid. The building is very old enough that when we're lying in bed, we can hear everything. One night, my boyfriend and I heard him walk into his closet, open the attic entry, which exists in both our closets separately, climb into the attic, and then walk through it and stood directly above our bedroom. For a moment, we laid there in complete silence. Then I said, "Did that man just climb into his attic and walk above us?" My boyfriend said, thank God. Oh, sorry. Thank God you heard that too. I've been hearing him do that since September.
Bruh.
It is December.
How did you not tell your partner?
You don't want to freak her out.
That's when he showed me everything he'd been quietly collecting to prove that he wasn't losing his mind. New cracks in our ceiling where it couldn't support his weight, holes drilled into our bathroom ceiling, and a video, clear as day, of footsteps above our living room, which is on the complete opposite side of the building from where the attic entrance is.
Holes drilled into your bathroom ceiling?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Our own attic entry had been sealed just days after we moved in because it gave us bad vibes. So that's comforting. I am fully convinced I'm going to see this man's face on the news someday. He has frequent, very loud screaming night terrors. We constantly hear him talking, but never another voice. One night, my boyfriend heard him laughing hysterically, completely alone for 10 straight minutes. No TV, no music, just laughing.
Well, he could have been had headphones in,
Could've
listening to the Judgies.
Very true. He could have been reading the most funniest joke book ever.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't know. This freak might tickle his fancy. This little freak.
Okay, the holes in your bathroom ceiling is very concerning to me, and I feel like that should have been addressed immediately.
Yeah.
So, does that get addressed?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Nicole.
He keeps insane hours. We know this because we also keep insane hours, and we see him at all times of the night like he's on some kind of cursed schedule. For Christmas, the apartment complex left flowers in front of everyone's doors. His sat there all day. Then around 4 p.m., we walked in to find them thrown over the staircase railing, dirt scattered everywhere, dumped directly in front of the elderly woman's apartment below him. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're actively looking for any possible way to get out of this apartment. Until then, we sleep knowing the man who's been afraid of us since day one has access to the space above our heads. And apparently, a lot of free time. Thanks for reading. Just as a final disclosure, we did go to the police about the bike, but just so the apartment manager
Just the bike?
could have documentation, and we don't have enough undeniable evidence to go to the apartment manager about the attic unit.
I think the holes in your fucking ceiling and the videos of footsteps in your attic are plenty of evidence to go to at the very least, your apartment manager. Nicole.
That's it from Nicole.
If there is a child living in this apartment with you, it is your responsibility as an adult to protect that child. And if there's fucking holes in your ceiling where a man is potentially watching you in the bathroom, I'm pissed. I'm so mad.
Do we fear that this guy's like schizophrenic?
Oh, no, I don't fear, I believe.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he's a safe person.
Yeah. You just
yeah.
got to steal the attic access.
Yeah.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
While the apartment complex seal his attic access. I don't know if there's some sort of Texas laws where they have to have access to it or something, or maybe it's like
But
part of
you
their
could put a padlock
storage.
on it and have
Yeah.
management only have access to that padlock.
Yeah.
But how's it storage if they're walking through all the attic, you know?
That's
I don't
true.
want to store anything up there.
No, true, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta call somebody on this. Like this
At
is
the very least, are you patching the holes? Please tell me you're patching the holes.
Well, and so here's the thing about the holes is, and again, it depends on how much I guess your boyfriend's covering or not telling you. Like, if he drilled holes into your bathroom, there would be debris in your bathroom.
Right.
Yeah.
So they could have been there, which is not necessarily more comforting.
Yeah.
But that maybe means maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was some other reason why they're there. Versus like
Still,
since
though.
you've lived there, they've drilled the holes. You know, there's a little bit of a difference.
Crazy, the hole is just right perfectly above the bathroom garbage. So
Into
all the
garbage.
debris just went straight into the garbage.
They have a
Roomba.
garbage disposal on
Oh.
their sink too. So it just
yep.
right.
Yep.
Roomba too. Yeah, just yeah. But if you're, I don't know, footsteps once, and I don't tell my partner. I'm telling everybody.
I'm telling everyone immediately.
Yeah.
The very first time I fucking hear footsteps in the attic, I am going to the manager.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
you should.
I'm talking to somebody before I submit it to a podcast. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm doing a little bit of something else.
But it also is one of those things where it's like, you don't want to do too much because
Yeah.
then that guy knows and is already kind of fucking weirded out by you. That guy's going to know who said something to the
Yeah.
management. Fine line.
Yeah,
line.
understandable, but at the same time, You can't just let him get away with it.
And they've only been there for like 3 months.
Yeah. That's miserable. Ugh, what a terrible situation.
Horrible.
Ugh.
These ones aren't as scary.
Yeah, that one was terrifying.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Nicole, I'm terrified for you. Please update that you're safe and okay.
I've got multiple stories here on Reddit from Off Submitter Cameron, all from a new subreddit that we might need to delve into.
Oh, okay.
r/am I the jerk?
Whoop. There's no way that's a whoop, right?
I think it's like a newer subreddit.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right, whoop.
So there's multiple stories here. We'll just read until I want to end it.
Fair.
Okay.
My wife thinks our son's
I don't
teacher.
wanna end it.
Sorry. My wife thinks our son's teacher crossed a boundary by sending him a personal message. I think it was just harmless. Am I the jerk? I don't like AITJ.
Yeah.
I don't like it. My wife and I have been married for 12 years. We have an 11-year-old son in 5th grade. Our son has struggled with confidence at school, especially when it comes to speaking up in class. His teacher this year has been very supportive and encouraging. She often says positive things during parent-teacher conferences, and it is clear she wants him to succeed. Last week, our son came home with a sealed envelope from school addressed to him. Inside was a short handwritten note from his teacher congratulating him on improving his class participation. She wrote something like, "I'm really proud of how brave you have been lately. Keep believing in yourself. You are doing great." When my wife read it, she immediately felt uncomfortable. She said it was inappropriate for a teacher to send a personal note directly to our son instead of communicating only through the parents. She also felt the wording was too emotional and crossed a professional boundary.
I disagree. I think it's fine.
To me, it just sounded like a teacher trying to motivate a student who needed encouragement.
Yeah.
Our son was happy and felt proud of himself, which meant a lot to me. My wife wants to email the school admin and ask that the teacher stop all direct communication with our son.
Why do you have to go directly to admin? You can ask the teacher, like, hey, I appreciate your intentions of, we're going to say assumed intentions of encouraging my child.
Yeah.
Please keep communication between us and not the child. You just talk to the fucking teacher first. But also, how are you going to tell this teacher to not encourage your child?
Yeah. This is why we don't have a lot of good teachers anymore, because like stuff like this happened. Then it's like,
and it's a good thing that, you should, as a parent, be very vigilant of, the adults that your children are spending time with.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But calm down.
Am I being naive here? Is my wife right to be concerned, or was this a normal and harmless gesture from a supportive teacher?
I thought it was like an email or like a
text message or
somehow.
something. Yeah.
And that's where it's like, this is creepy.
Yeah.
When it's like,
you're sending a note home with a kid.
That's like, it's not like a secret note. It like came in.
Yes.
It was a sealed envelope from the school addressed to him. The son came home with it. So he brought it home to his parents to open with his parents.
Yeah.
So the letter still came, like, for all we know, the teacher told the kid to open it with his parents.
Right.
Yeah. Like the fact that like, it doesn't seem like there's anything sketchy about this.
Yeah. If there was any sort of attempt to do it more covertly.
Yeah.
Then a couple more alarm bells would go off.
Right. And like I said, it's good that you're being vigilant. It's good that you're, being cautious. But at the same time,
yeah, immediately trying to get the teacher in trouble for it. It's kinda crazy.
It's something that you should address with the teacher directly instead of going straight to fucking admin.
Yeah. This one is from r/am I the jerk. But then they start with am I the asshole? So.
Well.
Cross post.
Bad subreddit etiquette.
And it says am I the asshole?
Reddicate.
Nice.
Thank you.
That would have been a really good alt title for our podcast.
Yeah.
Internet Reddicate. No, Reddicate warriors. Reddit etiquette. Because Reddicate, you can just have Reddicate.
Well, we could have started as Reddit etiquette and then
Reddicate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's internet comment etiquette.
Right, but we're
That's
just
different.
Yeah. That's a YouTube series.
Yeah.
Check.
Hey, Eric, come on the show. I'd love you.
You think Eric would?
I
He's
would
very funny.
love to have him on
The
show.
guy that's famous from being on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Mhm.
He was on Always Sunny?
Yeah.
Very early in season 1, yeah.
In season 1 even.
As like a
has
extra
one
with a
line.
couple lines, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey, that's probably enough to get residuals, baby.
Maybe. You ever read shit and you're just like, there's no way this is true?
Yeah.
I do every week on this show, but allegedly. But I saw this thing last night because Malcolm in the Middle is getting a limited series reboot.
Yeah.
And so there's all this talk about Bryan Cranston and everything. And there was this thing about when he was on Malcolm in the Middle.
I did see this
where he started. He was whistling and humming a lot during playing the character Hal Jordan. Not Hal Jordan. Hal whatever.
Yeah.
Hal Jordan's a Green Lantern, I believe.
Hal Malcolm.
Hal
Middle. Yeah.
He and the writers told him to become like a member of some music union. That way he gets residuals for the episodes that he hums or sings in.
Yeah.
And then he would use that money and put it back to the crew and everything. And it's like, it's cool if that's true that he did that, and that's awesome. Why the fuck isn't the system just set up to where he would get it anyway, regardless? You tell me you can't just humming? If I hum on every episode now, do I get more money because of it?
Well,
depends on how good you are.
We're not union, so
Mm-hmm.
it can't. Here's the thing: is that it was always original songs.
I guess you don't really know that he's not doing an original. You can't tell what he's humming, so.
It's from Community. Are you kidding me?
And that's why we don't get any money from it.
No, the Community. It's from the larger community.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was like very interesting. I hope it's true.
Yeah.
Makes Bryan Cranston a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know he is in Power Rangers?
Yeah.
He's a villain.
Did you know that he showed up to Comic-Con dressed as
Walter White. No, I didn't.
And nobody noticed.
Yeah.
Until
Because he wore a mask.
Yeah.
Like a realistic face mask. Yeah. And then he gave all that money to the crew.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? And I think I heard about him whistling at Comic-Con too.
He just goes around whistling ever and demands money from people. He's opposite Robin Hood. Okay. Am I the asshole for walking out of am I the jerk for walking out of my anniversary dinner because my husband gave me a gift that was for him?
It's for us, babe.
Nope.
No, you remember how we both wanted the Blackstone 28-inch griddle?
Christian's read this one. So my husband, 34, and I, 31 female, just hit our 2-year anniversary. I've spent weeks saving up to buy him a smartwatch he'd been eyeing. It's lame as hell.
Are you not following the traditional anniversary gifts? It's pretty fucked.
You're supposed to give him a dumb watch on your second one?
No, it's paper.
Smartwatch on your 5?
It comes in a cardboard box. That's paper.
Right? 2 is paper. Pretty sure.
1 is rock, 3 is scissors.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, it's cotton. I don't actually remember.
I spent weeks saving up to buy him a smartwatch made out of paper he'd been eyeing. I wrapped it nicely, cooked his favorite meal on his Blackstone griddle, and set up candles. When it came time to exchange gifts, he handed me an envelope. Inside it was a note from his teacher saying, "You're so much more confident."
Can you just read the actual story? You're confusing me too much.
When it came time to exchange gifts, he handed me an envelope. Inside it was a $100 gift card to his favorite game store.
Oh.
He laughed and said, "Well, we can both use it since you just watch me play all the time." I just sat there. On our anniversary, my gift was literally something for him. I told him how disappointed I was, and he said that I was being ungrateful. I ended up leaving and going to my sister's. He's still mad, saying that I ruined the night. So am I the jerk?
Obviously not. Obviously fucking not.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
he could have said so that we can pick out a game that we can play together.
Yeah, it takes 2.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
And what world did you think this was going to go smoothly?
Yeah.
You thought she was going to think that's funny?
What a piece of shit.
Expect $100 too is like, and then you can't get a refund. Like, that's what an idiot.
Yeah.
God, guys stay dumb as hell.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And this last one from Cameron. Am I the jerk for refusing to tone down my wedding dress because my sister is insecure? I, 27 female, am getting married next spring.
I have ginormous boobs. I know where this story
My
is going.
sister's very flat chested.
My nickname in high school, I always do that. I'm stopping the joke.
So this is not your nickname in high school.
I was going to say something, but then it would make a sexual joke about a high schooler, but it's just because I always say my nickname in high school was blank.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm amending the joke before it even got out because I didn't want that to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, my nickname used to be the large-breasted titmouse. See how that could have been problematic, but I saved it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You go, Josh.
Thank you. I'm getting married next spring. My sister is my maid of honor. She's been struggling with body image, and I've been nothing but supportive. Last week, she asked to see my dress. When I showed her, she went quiet and then said it was too revealing. It has a low back. She asked if I could pick something less attention-grabbing because she, quote, doesn't want to be overshadowed in the photos. I told her gently that the wedding dress is about me, not her, and I'm not changing it. She cried and said I'm prioritizing vanity over her feelings. What? Now she's threatening to not be in the bridal party.
Good. Goodbye. Don't even come to the wedding then.
My fiance thinks she's being unreasonable, but my mom says I should just compromise for peace. Also, my fiance bought me a $100 gift card to his favorite gaming store.
What did you say about the fiance thinks that she is being unreasonable or the sister's being unreasonable?
My fiance thinks that she's being unreasonable.
Okay. She is being unreasonable. That's insane.
But my mom says I should use the $100 gift card.
Shut up, Josh. Just read the story.
My mom says I should compromise for peace. So am I the jerk for refusing to alter my dress for her insecurity?
Absolutely not.
And also sending my sister a keep it up, you're very confident note.
You've been so brave recently. This is how low of a back does it have to be to where it's like
I don't care if her ass crack is on display. It's her fucking wedding and she paid for the dress.
That's like the only thing I could think of is like, is it like enough to where like you're like the ass dimple things that some people have?
Good. Those are hot as fuck.
Yeah,
and I hope if you feel confident in it, it's your wedding day. If you feel good, you look good, you fucking paid for it. You're paying for the whole thing. Wear whatever the fuck you want. I'm heated. That sister's being a total bitch.
I do think it's really funny that the issue that she's insecure about is the low back, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it'd be one thing if there's too much cleavage or you're showing too much leg.
Yeah.
Like, how is
too high of a slit or something? Yeah, too much back is
too much shoulder even would be not an understandable, but an established like modesty moment where somebody could get jealous. Too much back?
Literally. That's going to overshadow me in pictures. It's not about you.
How many back shots are we taking?
Literally.
That's for the wedding night.
It's going to overshadow me in pictures. Fuck right off.
And that's, yeah, like, it does sound like she should not be at the wedding because it feels like she's going to try to steal some spotlight here.
Correct.
Yeah. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, most wedding pictures with the bridal party are from the front.
Yeah.
No, they're all from the back.
Oh. That's why you didn't let me wear my assless tuxedo pants.
That's true.
Yeah. I really wanted to. I was pushing for it.
I didn't want the attention to be taken away from me, Josh. And everybody would have been like, whoa, Josh is so caked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still were.
I mean, truly.
That was my nickname in high school.
Josh so kicked up?
No.
What then?
That. That was my nickname in high school.
Okay.
Hey, that. Get over here.
That?
Okay.
You're dating that?
Who'd you ask to the prom? That? I got called that a lot. I got called that a lot.
Anyway, can we end it?
Cameron did send a picture of a dog to cleanse the palate.
Oh, wonderful! Because I'm
But we can end
very
it. No,
full
we
of.
can end it.
No,
You-
I
no, you
need.
wanted to
I
end
need
it.
to see a cute dog because I'm full of rage.
Thank you
Show
for
me the
listening.
picture.
Thank you for listening. If you want to hear more, patreon.com/JudgiesPod. $10 a month gets you bonus weekly episodes. $5 a month gets you bonus monthly episodes. $1 a month gets you access to the Discord and ad-free episodes and notification access for when we're taking live calls for our Not Advice show. Don't forget to go into the description, fill out the Google form, put in your submissions.
Fill out the Survey Monkey, please, please, please. And follow us wherever the heck you're online.
Oh,
That's a cute fucking dog, Cameron.
Imagine Corgi.
he's going. It's so cute.
I'm going to get 10 before 300.
I don't think you will.
I don't think I am.
Oh,
You
were
blasted
you
to
off?
9, and you have been.
I've been hard locked at 9. It's like playing Catan.
I was
dude.
literally just about to say you're like playing Catan. Anyways,
Do you want me to help?
No.
You need to teach you how to count?
Oh, no, that's not going to help.
Okay.
I'll get too in my head about it. I'll get
because
anxiety
you're
about
not
it.
already in your head about it.
Love
Okay.
you,
The
listeners.
Judgies love you. Goodbye.
And go, hey, Pay Pigs, go listen to us on the bonus episode.
He already said that.
You little sluts.
You did say Pay Pigs?
I didn't say
Bye.
pay pigs.
I did.
Just push the button, Christian.